Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure and you're back with Dune Fever, Canyon Fever, Transport Fever. Yes, we're here on the good planet Arrakis, and the weather hasn't really improved any since last we were here. We set up a nice truck route to get our bank balance rolling in the right direction in the last episode, and frankly, that's going to be the name of the game for the next couple of episodes at least, while we build up enough cash in order to be able to switch over onto rocking and rolling with some trains. Anyway, I've started out with this nice, big, zoomy out kind of, ooh, look at what I built last time. It's a truck stop. It's got two different cargo types, which clearly means that I've made some changes since you were last here. Perhaps we should start with that. Today's adventure kicks off here at the goods supply yard just outside Vegas. Well, it's in the Vegas region. I think we established that Vegas was going to be a region last time round. And I've tweaked it since the last episode, as well as upgrading all of these lovely roads, because the trucks were capable of 60 kilometers per hour, and the road was only capable of supporting 40. So an upgrade was worthwhile. Now, as you can see, we've actually got two different types of product here. My goodness me. We've got some grainy crop wheat type business, and we've got bread as well. I split the route into two. So we have trucks now taking crops over to the food factory over here, and then they bring back a spot of food once in a while to be dropped off again, which is then picked up by fewer trucks and taken over here to name of town. Salem. Super duper. So what this basically means is that I can front load more trucks actually taking crops to be processed, and then use fewer trucks to take them the rest of the way. Now, the fewer truck route obviously is a little bit less profitable because it will only carry in one direction, but even then, you'll see, it is still making some cash. So we'll just wait for you to do a quick pickup here, and then I'll do a swift review of the financial situation, and we'll turn our attention to the next endeavour. And that will happen pretty much immediately, or indeed straight away. Because, you know, you want to finish off with the crops being picked up, because that kind of adds an underscore, a full stop to the statement that has just been made. Good. Close that. Open this. Right. I've rolled it forward. It is 1951. And where are we up to? So this is the year in which I made the change to routes. In those 2 years, I did the upgrade to the road. Now, in the first couple of years of gameplay, I probably will do, you know, a couple of annual turnovers in order to make things work. But you can see immediately here that the change in route made things infinitely more profitable, because every truck that comes in to do a grain run here is going to be, it's going to be running fully loaded one way and probably partially loaded the way back. And it's not that long a route, so it does make a decent amount of wedge. If we actually bring up the lines list here, you'll see that the food delivery east, which is the one picking up from here, the green line, 300 grand balance this year. All right, that's good. Then food production east is doing 770 grand. The other route, of course, is doing 500,000, and that's all good too. So we are in a profitable situation. In fact, while I've been jabbering away here, we're up to £1 million in the bank, and I've paid back a bit of the loan. So let's turn our attention to the next project. Now, to give you some kind of frame of reference, we'll do a quick fly past to get to the next arena of battle. And it is perhaps fitting that the next arena of battle is in fact at the far end of the map. In fact, the opposite corner of the map as we head over the top of all of this business going on here, which is absolutely marvellous. Yeah, it's good. It's quite a long way, but it's not a hugely long way. We're going to work some oil. Now, this is going to be a tricky one, or rather it's going to be an expensive one. It's definitely going to be expensive, because here's the scheme. We've got oil being produced here, and if I'm desperate, down there. That'd be fun to work that in, but I don't think we'll have the demand early on to make it worthwhile. These two need to be shipped over to there to be turned into refined oil, at which point we can then turn it into fuel, which can be used in Elgin and Durham. Yes. Now then, the problem we've got, of course, is that these two, the fast route, is going to be to cut through a road from here all the way through there. All right. Shall we find out how much that's likely to cost? Well, yes, I think we shall. I'm going to suggest that it will probably cost about all the money. Let's have a look. Right, as the crow flies, a wallop. Okay, yeah, that's quite pricey. And then to get round over here, you're looking at. Obviously, you could probably take the price down a little bit, but that's $38 million. So I think we can safely say we're not going to be doing that immediately. Hold on, I just saved $5 million by wiggling it a little bit. So obviously there are opportunities to save the cash, but you're not going to get that down below 10, which I can't afford anyway, and therefore, because we can't actually get this to work at all. There is no route really open to it. Even if I went down as far as here, we'd still be looking at a path that went, zoom in a little bit, path that went like that, and that's a couple of £1 million, £1.5 million, £2 million, and then it's flipping miles. So I think we'll have to rule that one out. We might be able to get the oil here working, but even then, I think we have to travel up through the gully, round the outside to drop off here. Now, the only real thing that works in our favour on this front is that once we've dropped the oil off, obviously that's going to make a decent amount of cash, although not as much as it might, because that is not as the crow flies. That's as the crow flies if the crow is terrified of heights, which is less than ideal. I might be coming to the conclusion that this is not a good idea. But taking the refined oil, we could run that up to the fuel plant here, and then bring some of that back to drop off in Elgin before coming back again. So there is at least a partial kind of two-way earning proposition going on there. There you go. The glass is half full. Right, let's see how cheaply we can do this. I'm going to zoom in. All right, okay, and go. 16 million quid. Oh, flipping heck. Okay, all right, well, that's not going to work. Right, I'm going to take 5 minutes to have a quick look round to see if I can find a Commat's route that might possibly work. Okay, well, I found one, and it is cheaper, but it's not, it's not going to make gangbusters money. And what I'm looking for right now is routes that will make, a good chunk of cash to fuel the expansion once I start looking at trains. And we're going to be looking at trains pretty soon. But, yeah. So, to give you a frame of reference, if we back up a little bit, here's Salem. So, as you move up this eastern edge here, you've got Stone at Burbank Quarry, heading up to the Fresno Construction Materials Plant, which of course is nowhere near Fresno. I don't even think Fresno's on the map. And then heading into Independence as our opportunity to make some cash out at the end of that. So that will work. It's just you won't be doing very much of it. Now you could go a little bit further to Sunnydale and Irving, but it's going to be a bit of a mission to get there. I mean, you've got a partially curved slope there. Partially, you see, that's the problem. Although if you were to come down on the ridge, that wouldn't cost quite as much, and it might not be too steep. You could then carry on along the ridge before swerving in to deliver to the two of them. The issue, of course, there is going to be that I'm not actually making enough construction materials to serve all clients. Independence looks like it's a big town. Please hold. It started at 254, so yeah, it is a moderately sized town, so I think we can make this work. Now, the other thing we've got going on is we can use this wiggler of a road here to get up the side of the hill and around the corner over there. Is that efficient? No. But what it is cheap. The alternative, of course, would be something like that. 2.7 million. Blimey. Okay. Try the other way. There must be a cheaper way of doing that. I bet there isn't. There you go. Look, that's only 1 point some odd million. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I hope you like steep roads. It is pretty steep, isn't it? Although, saying that, it does have to go uphill further. So, if one were to consider doing this, you would go like that. 4 million quid's worth, you mean? And then go uphill the rest of the way. Now, that is the smart route to take, because it means that you're not constantly going up and down hill. You're saving a plenty amount. You're saving plenty amount of time. Yes, but it's pricey. So instead, I think we come down like this. Why are you now costing me 2 million quid? Stop costing me 2 million quid all the time. I mean, that's going to wipe out my budget, but that's okay. Is it? Yeah, because I bought it. Oh, you fool. Okay, no, that's fine. This will pay for itself in the raw earning power of what we build next. All right, well, there goes the rest of the budget. Yep. Okay, all right. It's not unattractive. Really? It's not. Okay, well, you've got to get up here as well. You haven't got the money for that. You're about to go and hit your loan. That's another 1 million. Oh, no, hold on. There was 800 grand. Any advance, or rather, any less than 793, I think is probably going to be the best we can do. Let's borrow some money here. Yeah. No, you've taken it away again. Put it back in. Here we go. Up the road to about there. 783. Would you mind, please? Thank you. 793. I'll take it. Right. Okay. Now that works pretty well. I mean, it's not perfectly straight, but it is a lot shorter than doing all of this flipping business over here. So yeah, we'll go with that for now. One of the things I've not looked at, of course, is whether there is an advanced product that could be built. So make some steel and turn that into tools, for example. It may be that is actually significantly faster to produce, or there are buildings and so forth that are actually set up to facilitate that kind of behaviour. Right, platforms left, none. See, look, I read your comments where you said, you don't actually need 2 whatnots on your truck stop, and I went, oh yeah. See, even after completing a series of this jolly caper of a game, I'm still thinking like it's Transport Fever 1, where you bang in the original one and then press on and do it again somewhere else. Right, if we stick that in there, it sets it up for a bit of a turnaround to come back again. Yeah, it does. Okay, all right. So that's relatively straightforward. The only downside, really, is that I haven't got a massive amount of budget to pay for any more trucks. And another truck depot. Well, yeah, but I believe in you. I'm sure you'll be fine. Let's go for a 30-metre length, but 1 platform. One platform. Right, now, with the 30-metre length, of course, we get a little bit more storage there. So that might make this a little bit a bit more readily profitable. You never know. 130, 120, 120, 119, 114, 113, 110, 19. I'll take it. That'll do. There we go. Right. Awesome and sawsome. Right, road depot. Well, I might as well place the road depot here. No, you might not. No, it doesn't make any difference at this stage. Yeah, go on. Have at it. Terrible location for it, obviously. But it is what it is. Now, there is also the opportunity... Autosave's doing its thing. Everybody just, remain calm. There is also the opportunity to do a passenger route from Santa Clara up to Independence using the brand new bypass that goes up through the hillside there. Yes, you could do that. And to Aurora. Yes, and to Aurora. Yeah, so you should probably do that. Oh, and with what money should I pay for those vehicles? Oh, hush your owl. Right, okay, new line. Hold on, what district is this? Well, I'm pleased you asked, because I don't know. Do you want to call it Santa Clara? Independence would make more sense. Independence would make more sense. All right, so this is going to be Indy. Yeah, bit of slashes. And this is Conmat delivery. Right, okay, that's easy enough, because that is going. What you actually have to put some stops on there. We go from add station, this one, yep, to that one. Yes. Now, here's a problem. This is why this one actually probably wants 2 stops instead of 1, because I can't have these chaps waiting till full, because they will block in the stone chaps coming in to actually make a deposit. Yes, we don't actually need to store the stone at the truck stop, but processing it is important, and therefore having a drop-off point is probably a good idea. Well, Never mind, I'm over it. We won't wait till full for now, despite the fact that waiting till full is exactly what we should be doing. Anything else? Rah, 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 rah. Okay, good. Right, so next up is going to be Indy. Yeah, Indy. It should be Inde, but Indy is, it's traditional. We will go from this fella here, Santa Clara Road Depot. I don't think we will. No, have another swing at that. All right, here we go. Santa Clara South, which you've already done. Well done. Out to the truck stop here at Lower Indy. Right, cool. So this is going to be Conmat production. Now, I'm going to try and simplify, whereas in the last series I would quite happily talked about coal and iron and the rest of it. This time around, we're just going to talk about the end resource. Production is something that delivers a raw material to the production facility. Delivery is something that takes the produced material to a delivery point. Yeah? Okay, good. Yeah, we're all on board? I thought you might be. Right, I've got £1,000,000. I reckon 2. Oh, do you? 1? Yeah, let's go 1 to start with, and then and wait for it to build up. So we'll buy 1 vehicle. Now then, we haven't had anything new come in, but we can go for something a little bit more luxurious and interesting. So I think the Studebaker US truck with side stakes would be completely delightful for delivering Conmats. So we'll have 1 of those, and we'll set you on the Conmat delivery line, because that might as well start circulating, even though it's going to make me some cash. We'll then use the dump truck to take the stone up the hill. What's the advantage? See, the advantage in using a specialist truck is you get 2 extra slots to play with, which is absolutely brilliant. Right, I want about 8, but I think I'm going to have to settle for less than that, because I haven't got 8's worth of money. In fact, I haven't even got 4's worth of money. Well, why don't... hold on. He's having a thought, everybody. Why don't you buy 2? Yeah, go on then. Yeah, buy 2 of them, because you can afford that now. And then set those in motion on production. Right, and then when you've got a bit more cash, I've got enough for 1 more now, but I think I'll wait and get another 2 in a minute. Then you do a bit of spacing in the action as well. Well, literally 40 seconds has passed, and this has taken no time at all to actually start rolling. Yeah, there you go. He's got 6 of 16 on board, and fella me lad here has got 4, so that's all good. I think I will actually stick this route as a wait till full. We won't need it very long. These will fill up pretty quickly in no time at all, but in the short term, it means that it will help with a bit of extra spacing action. So I need, well, how much do I need? 570, let's say 570 grand to buy another 2 trucks, and then I do want another truck topside, so that's another 280 on top of that. 570, that's 650, that's 850 to buy another 3 trucks. Trucks aren't cheap, are they? No, they're anything but. Right, so well, there we go. We've got a bit of stone, doing a bit of stone thing. Now, how quickly are you piling up? You've got a 5 already, which is pretty good. Yeah. Okay, look, I'm going to give that a minute to start to, ponder its own existence. But let's talk about what's coming up next while we let those do their thing. I think passenger bus route that goes Salem-Vegas and a passenger bus route that goes Vegas-Clearwater, I think those will work very nicely because they are straightish lines. If we go Salem-Clearwater, right, we don't have a hypotenuse available to us, so we can't go in a straight line. We have to do a big wiggle around the outside. So let's say you load a bus with 10 people and 6 of them want to go to Clearwater, you're losing potential profit on that. So because this is almost a straight line, and because this is almost, it's really not, but it's almost a straight line, sort of, there is better money to be had. And because these will tend to run full both ways, it will make, not much, but it will make a modest amount of money on a per vehicle basis. So we'll do that, and at the same time we will also do Santa of the Clara, Indy, Aurora. Now, Independence to Aurora is going to make no money at all. That said, we can make the peoples of Aurora a lot happier really fast by just putting in a bit of road. And I'm going to put in a bit of town road here. Yeah, I know, I'm spending my truck budget. What are you going to do? By just hooking this onto that. There you go. Right. Congratulations, I've just cheered up both towns. You should both grow a little bit more readily now because I've given you a town connection because you couldn't quite figure it out for yourself. It's a straight line, lads. That's the secret going on there. Right, where are we up to? This looks like... There you go. Mr. 6 of 16 is doing a massive 33 kilometres per hour up this dirt track. That's actually not bad. He hasn't lost too much velocity off his potential there. And, well, let's see how much he makes, shall we? We're 15.5 grand in the hole. Let's say that it is half full, which it isn't. It's about a third full. And it's not even a third. It's like, oh, well, it's 6/16, isn't it? Well, that would be what? 3/8. It is 3/8 full. Right, there you go. So, therefore, you can multiply the result here by an additional 5/8 and everything's good. Or rather, you can take the whole and, you divide it by 3, multiply it by 8. You'll be grand. Right, money, please. Okay, 27, 28 grand. It's not a lot of money, is it? No, but normally that would be 40 or 50. So that's not dreadful. Right, are you number 2? Yeah, number 2's coming in with 7. And we've got some bricks waiting. 2 of them, in fact. All right, that's good. So the next kind of process to be undertaken there is to ramp up until the production and delivery kind of partnership sort of meet where they need to meet. Sort of, kind of, maybe, kind of, maybe, sort of. Right, have another 2 of them. Slap those on production. Yeah. Have I got enough for one more? Yeah. Buy one more. But we'll make this a delivery. There you go. Right, slap that one on delivery. Okay, that should, well, that might result in those being semi-profitable. So that's, that's something to be fixated by and joyful of. Oh, in fact, look at the amount of stone we've got waiting here. What are we looking at? 18, 19. Yeah, it's ticking up quite nicely. So as long as these trucks run full, then we're in for the good times. At least temporarily. Bit of road upgrades, bit of this, bit of that, bit of the other, and it's all good. Right, grab this, no, it's gone. Oh, well, never mind. Grab this one, and then we'll ride on board. Right, there we go. That's going to wrap it up for today. Brisk and breezy and cheerful and upbeat. That's what we are. So, with these 2 lines intact, I may still take a swing at that oil line that we looked at to start with. I don't think it's necessarily a good idea. But, since when has that held me back? Look, I just want to move back on the truck. Other cursors. There it goes, to about here. See, that way we get a little bit of hanging your head out the window like a dog. Which, everybody responds well to that. I've been Colonel Failure. Subscribe to keep up with this series. I'll be back soon with the next enthralling episode, where we should have enough cash to do some more exciting things. Catch you next time. Cheerio. Now then, starting out a new map on the Transport Fever when you're doing your video action there. It always goes a little bit slowly to start with because you've not got a lot of money and therefore you're often bound to use trucks, wagons, that kind of stuff. Now that's fine. I mean, it's a very valid way to start and it's a good, inexpensive way to make the cash to get stuff rolling, to get you rolling. I think I will probably almost definitely. In fact, I've already done it, so I'm pretending right now. Let's go on this mind journey together. I don't know. Maybe in the next episode I'll do maybe one more that involves wagons of some description. Not even wagons, no buses. I think is probably the thing that I'll do. Yes, some kind of nice passenger bus route along the roads I've already improved would probably be a sensible thing to do to make a little bit more cash, by which time I'll have enough slushy income in order to be able to do something with trains, which is, let's face it, the good bit. So, I don't know. I'm just guessing, but I think that might be what happens in the next episode.